Yeah, your brethren are fucking dead, all of them. It's real sad. I'm so sorry. You should tell them not to, you know, mess with gods or whatever. Eothas, can you not? This is a bunch of bullshit. Could you stop? He's not stopping. What's up, bro?
Kith,
I have the torque.
to return in victory from the lair of the Ancient. I misjudged you. You are one of a kind among Kith.
It's true.
You are without the Brenthis, so I must assume she has returned to the Ever-Flame.
Of course.
What became of the Ancient? Jordafellas. Triumph will be nigh impossible without her.
What makes you think something happened to her?
Face beat red, Shodi chokes, pounding on her chest as she struggles for air.
This one be all yours, Cap.
The warlord tilts his head as if considering the true meaning to your companion's reaction. Growing distrustful, he tightens his grip on his mace.
You will answer me, Kith, without trickery or lies.
The dragon has forsaken you. Hi, Critwitch! He falls silent, the scrawlings on his skin flaring hotly.
Indeed. I feared the worst when the Brenthis failed to return with the beast.
Yep.
We've no choice, despite the odds.
You're gonna
We'll
die.
attack
All
without
of you are gonna die.
If this is to be our last stand, we must prepare ourselves, either for victory or for sacrifice. Lest Margaret forsake us for our failures. You've earned the right to Fire Shrine with the talk of the Ever Flame, but we cannot join you as yet in facing the Defiler.
That's fine. I didn't want you to.
Leave it to me.
You stand before the shrine of Megrin, goddess of flame and war. Lifting your eyes, fiery motes begin to streak across your vision as you stare into the imposing cast of her likeness. For the span of a single breath, everything falls eerily silent. The Rathan behind you fade away. Flames to either side of you flicker higher, dancing without sound. But the heat is real, licking at your skin. Then, metal groans as Megrin's statue bends her head to you in greeting.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties.
Her words flow like lava from her lips, like the trails that burble hotly from her eyes.
Even now, Eothas gains strength from the spire. What progress have you to report?
The Rathan are preparing a final assault against Eothas.
Then they will burn to ash and return to the mud kiln from whence they came.
Great. She leans forward, the copper of her corded arms gleaming from the blustering flames. She tugs her sword free from her plinth, and the entire shrine shudders with heat.
Presently, I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Eothas. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form.
It said it was Travis ejectrified, the Patreon thing, and I just didn't think about, like, that was you. I need more time.
I can give you only the moments more it takes me to fully fire the depths of this maw. After that, I will not stay the assault. Even for you. Fare thee on, Watcher.
Wow.
My condolences, should you die.
Megrin's the worst. A statue of Megrin towers above you. Bloodied and battle-ready, the goddess clutches both sword and shield. At the base of the statue, a rectangular iron-slatted altar rests between two unlit braziers. The slatted top of the altar has been hammered silver water smooth, except for a circular groove notched deep into the center of the slab. Charred bits of metal, leather, and bones are piled in the interior of the circular groove, the remains of prior offerings to the goddess. The braziers on either side of the altar flare to life, red-hot flames shooting high before settling into a steadier, softer burn within the bowls. Lava eddies beneath iron grating in the floor, heating the soles of your feet. while the statue herself seems to wake, metal groaning, rasping as the shrine moves. Cool. I mean, if we were actually inside of a volcano, we'd be dead. We'd be dead. There's no way. There's no way. As the shrine cranks lower into the maw, Eothas' colossal Adra-carved dome, neck, and shoulders slowly emerge into view. This close, the god rises up like a mountain, larger than you ever remember having seen him. Energy vibrates from his massive body, and a cacophony of mutterings and shouts from the souls whirring within it slams into you, nearly knocking you from your feet. I guess it's probably good we don't have Takehu in this place. He would probably melt. How do we... Oh. The whole thing lowered.
Boy, he'd be big from down here, too.
Have you ever seen anything so awe-inspiring? Behold the power of my god.
Watcher.
Stop it,
I wasn't
Shodi.
sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most.
Yes, up, Eothas.
Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed.
Yeah, thanks.
Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Cadnua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Eothas.
I'm not your hound.
Oh my god. You're really, this can't.
Shodi, please shut up.
I see you, Shodi. I am glad that we could meet, even if it is under quite unpleasant circumstances.
This is really happening, right?
Oh my god, please go away.
Gone. Your humble priestess is before you. Please, tell me what you require of me. How do I save more lost souls than I can carry in one lifetime?
Face bright red,
Oh.
sweat beading her brow. Shodi stumbles precariously closer to the edge. Lantern rattling, she catches herself, a mere moment before she would have toppled over.
I know that you have undertaken a noble mission, but I will tell you what I told the Watcher. You need not fear for the lost souls of this world. As for you, Watcher, why is it you believe you have made it this far?
Greatness is my birthright. I've had enough of this. I followed you into this damned volcano to get some questions answered. Why do you believe you've made it this far? I don't fucking know, dude.
Even after all these years, countless generations,
That's my answer.
we don't know either. The brightest souls can burn out in an instant, and even a pathetic, feeble spark can grow brilliant in time. But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
Give me back my soul.
When I am finished here, you may have it back. Though you may find the process not painful, but traumatic nonetheless.
I would rather not.
But you have come here for other answers. Why I have returned, where I am going. Am I answering to you, or to Berith?
The gods fear you have something catastrophic in mind.
It seems the gods may have something catastrophic in mind for me.
Do you mean Magrin?
Of course. Magrin fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Deerwood. But this time is different. This time, there is no power on Eora or in all of hell to stop me.
Yeah, okay.
Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge.
It sounds like a boast.
It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you. Give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others.
Says the one who's killed thousands walking from the Deerwood to Deadfire.
Yes. I am sacrificing lives from this generation for the benefit of those who have not yet been born.
Well, this generation thinks that's dumb.
The other gods may be willing to make similar sacrifices, but they will be in vain. I am going to force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another. and all the powers of hell cannot drive me from this course. It seems my sister does not like the sound of that.
Can you be more specific? What are you trying to do?
I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
Shodi gasps sharply, for once too stunned to blurt out a response. Her eyes are wild, with too much white showing, when she glances from Eothas to you.
Whatever you're doing, there's gotta be a better way.
When I entered Widewin, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith. I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves. How we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built. Some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told.
Why is it so important that the mortals know that the gods came from the Anguithans?
We began with a dream that if we provided guidance to mortals,
Is this the Matrix?
each generation of souls would grow stronger. And if the souls grew stronger, societies would become better, moving ever closer to achieving the potential we believed all mortals have within them.
Well, you were wrong.
Over 2,000 years have passed. Hundreds of generations have been born, lived, and died. If the world has improved under our guidance, mortals should be prepared to understand the truth.
Well, they're not. They're stupid.
If they have not improved after all of this time, then we have utterly failed in our aims, and there should be a reckoning of our faults. The time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind. I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods.
Oh, so this isn't
where
the
all
last
souls
thing.
pass
Okay.
into the beyond before beginning their next life. When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die. And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
More destruction. You're tearing the whole world apart because you can't make peace among yourselves.
Yeah, what Adair said.
Adair, there will never be peace among mortals, so long as they are unwittingly manipulated by the gods. The divine enslavement that Whitaker reveres perpetuates ignorance, chaos, and violence across the world. I only wish to destroy the darkness that surrounds the gods, that you may better see us for what we are.
I love this. What? I guess that's one way to get a response.
I'm surprised Magrin is reacting this way. I would have thought she would appreciate a trial of this magnitude, one that tests us all. Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel.
I don't want you to
We
destroy
depend
the
on
wheel.
it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to face the truth.
Or destroy everything.
We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in.
Dude, why though?
Dawn, wait! Before it's too late, you gotta take the souls I harvested for you.
Oh my
The
god,
priestess
Shodi.
thrusts her light-pulsing lantern outward, as if waiting for Eothas to take it from her.
They are not for me to take. Shodi, you are their guardian now. You are their protector. You have taken responsibility for them, and only you can decide their fate. Once again, the gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Magrin has intended for me.
This doesn't make us even, you know.
Perhaps I will have another opportunity to make amends. Until then, this will have to do. Brace yourself, Watcher.
Guys and gals, we are literally being touched by the hand of God right now.
Shodi,
Despite herself,
I need you to stop.
Shodi squeals. Trembling, she sways on her feet as if she might faint.
Hey, Eothas. We're not done here. You and I, we're not finished. Don't think you can just move me aside like all the rest.
Yeah, for a dare.
Maybe you can't be stopped. But on behalf of everyone you've trampled, betrayed, and ignored, I'll be coming to see you again.
Yeah.
Adair spits. In the surging heat, it never reaches the ground.
Perhaps we will meet again, Adair. Until then, take care of the Watcher.
Yeah, take care of me, Adair, please.
Eothas's great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Eothas's body. Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Eothas.
Where's
As
Pallegina?
your
She's on the
brilliant
boat.
form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Eothas's body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. Rathun rush to higher ground, but cannot outpace the lava, which overwhelms and consumes them as it rises. Your attention returns to the heart of Eothas's body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness. We are together again. Are you ready to be together again?
Yeah. Yeah, my soul.
Are you certain? Since we've parted, you've become someone else, and I have become myself.
What?
When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore.
What?
Your senses yank back to your body, still in Eothas's hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body, and still, he moves. The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers,
This
you
is
see
so
a wall
cool
of water. Taller than Nekataka, taller than Eothas, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede.
This art is so cool. I love the art on these cutscenes.
The wave slams into Eothas. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming. You are back inside him. Back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who returned the lost souls of the Deerwood to their intended bodies? A light shines within the soul as it observes you. Waiting. I am.
Oh, I get it. No, I'm not the same. Oh no! I'm not the same person! I'm cruel and selfish and sarcastic. No, I'm not the same. I'm not the same at all. I don't give a fuck about all these other people. Shit. No.
Then
No, I'm
this
not the
should be
same.
easy. You feel cool air, seawater, back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Eothas stands amid the now calm waves. Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship with one hand. He carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks forward, pulled back into the Audra, back to your soul. Some of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still us. And it's time for us to go. Together.
Together.
The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Eothas' hand, back into your body.
Oh, you guys made me eat!
Hi, Bella. Is having ever enough for tanking so my pally can go two-handed weps, or do I need both of them as tanks?
Your pally can go two-handed. You'll be fine. Adair's a good tank. Also, that was really good timing.
You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them. Through the distant window of your eyes, you see Eothas push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering
totally
over
does, Ain.
The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink deeper into the blackness of sleep.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
No!
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance.
The windows of your
Fragment
eyes?
of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Eothas is going to Ukaizo.
Eothas is going to Okaizo.
He's going to stop the wheel.
He's going to stop the wheel.
Eothas is going to Ukaizo.
Yeah.
Eothas is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel.
Yeah.
The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Eothas touched you. You swim toward the light. As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised in shock and alarm. You take control of your mouth, opening it wide and drawing a great breath.
Explosive confrontation. What are these blessings for? I don't even know. Why? A pounding headache drags you most of the way back to your senses. Your vision blurs and an acrid taste fills your parched mouth. The details of the room slowly come into focus, the sounds of an ongoing debate, a distant echo.
Are we simply going to wait? What if she never wakes up?
I'm right here.
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Eothas is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move.
In the brief silence, you hear Hasanui Karu's boots scrape against tile as she paces.
He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him. Destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back.
If you start a new playthrough, you can use them for little bonuses. Oh, thank you, Mitch.
It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Cahopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
The unraveling of Cahopa from Tangaloa? Many Juana worship Bereth as Rakuhu, the twin eel god that represents the cyclic connection between the overworld and the underworld, life and death. Rakuhu is often depicted as the two constituent eels, Cahopa representing the overworld and life, and Tangaloa, who represents the underworld and death, devouring one another by the tail. In Juana folklore, Cahopa and Tangaloa were born before time existed, and each had an insatiable appetite. They began to devour all living things, and with each thing they devoured, they became larger. When there were no living things left to eat, the two eels were so enormous as to encompass all existence, they began to devour one another. Thus, all beings are perpetually passing through the digestive tracts of the two eels. When one reaches the end, it passes through the mouth of the next. The gateway to or from the underworld, and the next stage of existence begins. The notion of time is merely one's perception of the digestive process. So the unraveling of Cahopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test. We must live to deserve the world they make for us. The assembled leaders turn their attention away from each other in a prolonged and thoughtful silence. At last, you feel fully present and steady on your feet. The attention of the room abruptly shifts to you, filling the void with expectant whispers. Oh, my head.
Good, you're awake. Just when I was worried we were going to stand around all day talking.
Don't be a bitch, Kazunui.
It seems you've been talking in your sleep about Eothas' plan to destroy the wheel. Our friends here are understandably concerned.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw. The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira. For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
Kestel glances around the room at the gathered parties, his brows climbing.
What we need is brass. Rawatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
She breaks off at the boom of a door slamming open. Commotion echoes from the entrance hall. As everyone turns toward the noise, her hand strays to her gun. The sound of approaching footsteps grows in volume as a courier scrambles into the throne room, panting and glistening with sweat. His mouth opens and closes like a fish, gasping desperately for breath.
Ships have formed the blockade around Queen's Berth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention.
What's going on?
Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
Onikaza begins to rise, but the courier speaks up ahead of her.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principi are...
Well, what have we here?
A confident voice booms from the open door. Ah, pirates! The motley sailors, who don't hold the Juana guards at bay with drawn weapons, take in some of the more opulent decorations with avid interest. One pirate separates out from the fold, sauntering boldly forward.
Forgive me, lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
She winks, Swellnet glinting in the light as she cocks her pistol high above her head.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
Onikaza grips the handrests of her throne as if ready to vault up and attack.
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods?
A determined-looking guard inches closer to Eldis from the edge of the court. Without looking, the Principi captain swivels her pistol to aim straight at his chest.
Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, Until once we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas. Then all bets are off again. Aye?
Yes, well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
Right you are. However...
The narrow-eyed look she settles on the room is more than a little bloodthirsty.
I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the Lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely.
If we want to reach, I'll listen.
Perkamplanka, this is nonsense. I have no intention of letting Ukaizo fall into the hands of plunderers and thieves.
It's not your fucking island, dick.
Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with a god on a rampage?
Eothas is going to shatter life and death while the rest of you bicker over land rights. Oh, I like that one. I think I'm just gonna be honest, though.
Well,
I'm recovering.
Fuck, if that doesn't put things into perspective.
Yeah.
But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again.
It's possible. I don't know. This isn't exactly common.
This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Ak, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach.
Don't act like you're so above her.
Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done.
Yeah,
Watcher,
she said fuck.
You know best of all of us what our options are.
Every cannon in Aora couldn't slow him down.
But, Watcher, you must have some solution. Some insight, at least. A weakness, or...
We have to act quickly. Defending Ukaizo is the highest priority. Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Andra's mortar. See if Eothas' passage opens a way through the storms. Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter.
If you can get me through Andra's mortar, I can take you to Ukaizo.
That's so. You just might be able to save us.
We speak of collectively sailing for Andra's mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo.
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't understand that when my soul said, good, this will be easier before rejoining me, when I made the point of that we had changed.
It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Andra's mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now.
She rubs the barrel of her gun under her jaw, thoughtfully. Then she crooks you a cunning grin.
While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the city of gold.
That sounds no.
Whatever Eothas is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it. And then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today?
She shoots a meaningful stare at the pirates.
Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Andra's mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Eothas, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
No, I don't.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial, and opportunists.
I agree.
With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
I certainly hope so.
Ak, order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
Without so much as a final farewell, Eldest tips her head to her armed crew and the pirates withdraw as swiftly as they arrive.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Big choice. Studying you carefully, Onikaza nods and gestures for her attendants to clear the room.
Let's speak, Watcher.
Ahoy, Cap. Bend your ear a tick.
Yes?
Shody seems a right fine lass and all, but, well, she asked me to pick around in the forts. Told her I didn't see nothing.
You've already...
Bounced right off of her. But that were a lie.
You told me this a long time ago, Seraphim.
Darkness, Cap. And little but. Then fires. Make an ash of everything.
It washes over you, and you find yourself aboard Bane of Eothas' main deck. Something unseen presses down upon you, and you hear the ship groan beneath you. You're alone, save for corpses. Seraphim, Adair, Shody, Aloth, and so many others. Their wide, unblinking eyes reflect the burning sky above, and the dark sea beneath you churns as if boiling. With a crash like thunder, the ship breaks apart, and you plunge into the water that is either so cold it burns, or so hot it freezes you solid. That was unpleasant.
I touched her mind for a second, but felt something pull me in and keep me trapped for what seemed like days. I ain't seen its like before. Sometimes, old salts get nightmares so that I can't bunk around them. But they usually ain't this flavor of apocalyptic.
If it were you, would you want to know?
Right, fair point, Cap. We all deserve a fighting chance against our demons. And mayhaps I can help the lass stack the odds in her favor.
Okay.
I say it is not every day that a ship pulls into port from Margaren's teeth. You are not too singed, I hope.
No, I'm great.
Our enemies scramble for Kaizo, dropping all pretense of strategy in their panic and haste.
Okay, I think I have to go upstairs to talk to the queen, probably. Like, she automatically went back there. I'm not sure. She just pieced out as soon as the meeting was over. She's like, I'm going back to my tigers.
Every corner of the Deadfire babbles of the devastation from Magren's teeth. And Eothas marches on Ukaizo while I juggle armloads of enemies. This is no coincidence. Nagati is testing me, I say.
Do you think you're equal to the challenge?
If I am not, then Nagati will close her jaws around me. I will live to taunt her and keep my people safe. If you have spent any time in the Deadfire at all, the myth of lost Ukaizo can be no mystery.
Takehu believes he can find Ngati's original covenant on Ukaizo.
My water shapers would thank him for such a boon, I say. If he should find his mother's mark on Ukaizo, see that he brings it back to us. They say the beaches of Ukaizo spanned impossible horizons, and its towers graced the light of distant stars. At night, I even... but it is nothing.
Have you been dreaming of Ukaizo, Highness?
Akira, since I was a child.
Do your dreams ever wake you in the dark of the night? To find yourself trembling and tangled in blankets soaked with sweat?
Shody!
Do you ever open your eyes, feeling both fearful and sick?
Shody, I'm talking to the queen right now, okay? Blinking, Onikaza folds her arm and looks back from Jody back to you.
Curious company you keep, Watcher.
Yeah, she's very disrespectful, I'm sorry.
No? Just me then?
Shut up, Shody!
When I close my eyes, I stand before the gates of Ukaizo. There are always 3. For what would there be 3 gates?
She furrows her brow and shakes her head, clearly a question she has asked herself many times before.
I do not say I am meant to go, but the gods. They want the Huana to return and reclaim what we lost.
Not gonna say anything.
For what do the tribes not fight each other? For what are we united if not to take back lost Ukaizo?
I don't know.
Under Wodika's gaze do we keep order. Atop Nagati's seas are we tested. From Akuhu's bowels do we carry wisdom back to the tribe.
Why do they have a different name for Andra and Barith, but the same name for Wodka?
You sure that's wisdom?
Revelation comes from unlikely places, soldier. I say you should have learned this on the battlefield. The gods want this for us, I say.
Doesn't matter.
We have come this far to restore order and earn back our empire. So, Watcher, do we unite and sail for Ukaizo?
If you can help me get to Eothas, I'll help you get to Ukaizo.
The Huana are strong, but our foes are stronger, richer, more relentless still. I say that the gods have delivered us an advantage we sorely need.
Yeah.
It is beyond time that we rid ourselves of the trading companies.
I agree.
The Wahaki stand with us. With their howling warriors on our side, I say no foreign fighter will hold their ground. We have studied the chart of our ancestors, seen the Deadfire as they saw it. Matario Kozi will lead us home again. It used to be that the strength of the trading companies grew by the lengths of an eel's belly. Now they grow fast and unchecked, feeding off all they find.
We should stop them.
It is my responsibility to defang the serpent before it bites down on my neck, and I need all the help I can get.
I agree.
My guards apprehended a Valian agent prowling in the shadows of the Brass Citadel.
Oh, yeah?
By his own admission, he was there to blow up Rawatai's black powder stores.
Oh, I don't have enough explosives. Yeah?
You must pick up where the Valian agent left off.
What?
Ooh, we be all ears and a half, your royal deviousness.
So it's to be sabotage?
Aruihi wants a more direct confrontation. One day this will be practical. For now, we must take what opportunities the gods give.
I don't like this.
After the powder house is destroyed, our prisoner's testimony will point the way to Director Castor.
Why didn't you just let him do what he was going to do? Why do I have to do it?
You must not fail me. You will have to infiltrate the powder stores east of the Brass Citadel docks. I leave it to you to live by the sword or walk by the shadows. Here, the agent's explosive.
I have some questions.
Ask. I do not discourage curiosity.
Could this be a trap?
Your caution is admirable, but we keep a closer eye on the trading companies than you might think. While they are preoccupied crawling over each other to reach Ukaizo, such an elaborate ploy is beyond them.
Why not just give the prisoner's testimony to the Hazanui?
A charitable thought. But then we would waste a critical opportunity to cripple two enemies at once.
How do we know he will stick to his story?
Because when the dust settles, we have promised him a lenient sentence. You might even call it a job. Refreshing to find one whose loyalty can be bought. The Deadfire is full of such adamant and principled kith these days.
Will destroying Rawatai's black powder really make a difference?
Ikera. It will geld their mighty cannons, reducing those titans of warfare to useless iron. The seas will be quiet for a change. If nothing else, whales will thank us.
What does Flaming Castle get us?
The Rawatai will turn to the Valian republics.
Okay,
it is
alright.
Good.
I need to think about this.
While you think, the trading companies
and this is like you're asking me to explode some shit.
If the crown has not earned your loyalty, then we have failed. Give us this chance to succeed. Do this great thing, not for me.
It's not a great thing. It's a shitty thing.
Neketaka.
Doesn't seem great. It seems like garbage.